What's up, guys? It's Rob with some guy named Rob. You know, in the old days, when you were a songwriter, they would say, hide all your stuff. You know, like, oh, you better get that copyrighted. You know, that's a good song, but you better get copyrighted because someone's going to steal it. Listen, there's a band called the Trash Can Sinatras. I love this band. I've known them since I was just a teenager. And I've known their music since I was a teenager. And they wrote a song called Obscurity Knocks. Listen, you don't have to worry about people stealing your stuff anymore, all right? Everybody steals everything. You can't control that. What you got to worry about is Obscurity Knocks, all right? Not the song. But the idea that every 60 seconds that goes by, 400 hours worth of video is being uploaded into the YouTube cloud. And that is taking precedence over everything else. You may upload a song. That's part of the 400 hours per minute. Per minute. Guys, there's so much stuff out there. We can't even... Obscurity is what we got to worry about. Not whether or not it's getting copyrighted or not whether or not we can hold this. Now, listen, I've been guilty. I've been more guilty than anybody, which is finally what I'm glad I'm doing with Patreon, because to me, I'm going to release that to my tribe. So we got to find that tribe, the people that really want to hear the music. Start building up that email list. Start building up if it's Patreon or YouTube or whatever it is, Facebook, whatever social media you're using, build that up with people that are genuine and sincere and organic and who really like what you do. If it's songwriting, then that's what it is. If it's writing, if it's dancing, it's whatever it is. The thing that you're trying to promote, the thing that you do, that's got to be you. Okay, now hold that thought. You've got to give it away. I know that sounds like such a terrible thing, but because I don't think it's right in the sense that, yes, music should be paid for because it costs me time and money to make great music. Absolutely does. At the same time, I'm going to make great music, and so are you, just because we're musicians, and it's going to pour out of us regardless of whether or not we want to or not. But having said that, if you're doing this and you're trying to do it full-time as a singer-songwriter, then you're going to have to find different and creative ways to get paid. And that is something we'll talk about as we go. The thing I want to tell you today is make sure that you're not hoarding music. I literally have thousands of songs I've written, and I'm not saying they're all good, but out of thousands, there's probably some really great songs that a lot of people would connect to. You've got to get that stuff out. And if you've got the tools now for it, the internet, the use, all the things that you can do now, you've got that at your fingertips, at your disposal. DistroKid, 20 bucks a month, and all of a sudden, boom, you've got all the songs you want to release into the world. Here's my thought. In 20 years, in 50 years, in 70 years, if you don't do it, what's going to happen? We know nothing. Nothing's going to happen. Now, I put out albums along the way of what I thought were the cream of the crop, the best songs that I was writing at that time. But I can guarantee you for every one song I thought was fantastic, there were probably 20 others that were pretty fantastic too. Today is about content and keeping that content flowing and going. You got to find that tribe, find the people that truly love it. And to do that, I know you hate it because you're probably like me, you don't want to be a marketer, you want to be a musician. But you got to find the people who are going to dig what you do. And if you don't find them, they're going to go on and find something else. And you're going to be like, oh, I'm better than that guy. Well, yeah, you are, most likely. And the only difference between you and him is somebody marketed him. Maybe it was him, maybe it was a record company. I've got a guy, I'm just going to name drop some people right here, okay? Get your phones out and start jotting this down. You want some really good music? If you like Ryan Bingham and Bruce Springsteen, my friend Till Willis is amazing. I mean, you'll wonder, why have you never heard Till Willis before? And then you'll put him on and be like, I love this dude. If you like Jeff Buckley and if you like a more alternative kind of rock, my friend Andy Moore, you find him on here on YouTube. He was in the band Deus Vale. He was the guitar, and now he does guitar and lead vocal, and he created this entire new album called Endless Wave. In that same vein, Sam Albright. I'm dropping these names because these are guys, I'm part of their tribe. I listen to their music whenever they're not around. And that's just, it's good music. Till Willis, Sam Albright, Andy Moore, Ben Smith. You can find his stuff on Bandcamp. there's so much good music out there. Reese Neal, his old albums. My daughter's a Reese Neal fan. He's not put out a new album in 10 years, maybe 10 or, yeah, probably 10 years. But she loves his music because it speaks to her. I'm just saying, it's about finding your tribe. And sometimes your tribe's right in front of you, and sometimes your tribe is in Australia. I was checking my statistics the other day, which thankfully I'm glad Spotify does that. And I'm getting these letters from Norway. People telling me, oh, really love that song that you put out. Thank you for sharing. I don't know anybody in Norway, but they know me, and I'm going to get to know them thanks to technology. Guys, we don't have an excuse anymore. Obscurity is knocking, okay? The days are passing. You are getting older, and that's okay. I'm not trying to put a panic in you. I'm just letting you know that maybe you should, because I can tell you, I've got thousands of songs, and I'm still writing new songs. I just released a new song. I wrote it one day, had the spirit move. I was like, whoa. And then the next day I recorded it, and I was like, you know what? This is going out. I'm not hiding behind oh, what if somebody steals it? Oh, copyright. Oh, I haven't. You know what? If somebody steals it, you got good taste. All right. My friends, if I can help you with something, write it in the comments below. I love talking to you, and I love the fact that you're listening and you're talking back with me. And the best way to do that is through the comments. Like and subscribe. If you dig what I do, please go on Patreon. For the rest of the month, you can get in for $1. Switches to $2 after that. I just released 2 new albums on Patreon for my Patreon-only members, and that is for, it's called 2Bs or Not To Be, which is a joke about my name, and it's also a little Hamlet quote. And that's more of a kid's kind of fun album. And the second album I released is the Folker EPs, which was the songs that didn't make it to the Folkster. All right. And remember, when you sign up, you get a free Folkster if you don't have that already. So it's a win-win-win-win-win. All right. Thank you guys for being my tribe, and thank you for hanging out. If you have questions, let me know. See you, taters.